What's up, guys? It's your boy Blank, and today we're going to be playing Kha'Zix Voidreaver once again. I want to just play one more time before we move on to the next legend, or who knows, if you do enjoy Kha'Zix or the gameplay that I play, I may play him again, so we'll just see how I have to do about that.
They will know I hate them.
Now, if you don't know what Kha'Zix is, meaning if you're a new player, you're just getting into it, you're enjoying Riftbound, you want to know what this legend's all about. Long story short, it says when you win a combat, you gain 1 XP. So long story short, when you're going into a battlefield, you can kill your opponent's unit, you win the combat that way, or you could go onto their battlefield and move them off of it. As long as you're the last person on that battlefield, that counts as winning a combat. What does not count as winning a combat, though, is if you're in base and you try to remove them, let's say with Starcross or Rebuke or whatever, since they're on a battlefield, and then move in, it does not count as one combat because there's no one there to fight or even challenge. He can also spend 2 XP and exhaust himself to move an exhausted unit from a battlefield to its base. So the thing is, what happens when you win an XP or you even get more than just 1 XP? So what happens there is he can spend 1 XP and exhaust himself to buff a unit. This definitely helps the playstyle when it comes to Kha'Zix. You want to play a more aggressive aggro style. You want to get in there, get out, get in, get out. And you can choose between if you want to hold actually, depending on what state of the game that you're at. He is a very one-on-one based legend. If it goes to at least 2 opponents or 3, it gets a little harder from there depending on who you're fighting. For our chosen champion, we're going to be using Kha'Zix Mutating Horror. He has ambush, and when I attack or defend, if an enemy unit is alone here, give me +2 this turn and gain 2 XP. So one thing that's pretty cool about this is when you attack Kha'Zix, and let's say that there is a unit there and there's a hidden card that is hiding a unit there, his ability, I think, still goes on the chain. The reason I'm saying is because he checks already attacking someone who's alone, so my ability already goes onto the chain, and then if they try to reveal a unit in that moment, it's still on the chain, so he'll still get the +2 this turn and gain 2 XP. I will say that I don't know if that works for the defending part, because attack triggers happen before a defense trigger even happens. So what would be triggering for his attack for defense? So that part I still have to clarify on my own. So I'm not going to give misinformation on that part. And then for our battlefields, we're going to be using Arena's Greatest. This is only really going to speed up the game. If you're playing against a lot of control decks like Diana, Kha'Zix, no, sorry, not Kha'Zix, Aiza, it can even Master Yi is a good example, especially Dazzling Roar decks. This would be perfect to kind of go up against them. Even if they play Aspirant's Climb, but it's 9, it doesn't matter. I got a point for that. So we're good. Then for Zaun Warrens, you can also pull that spell that you discarded a long time ago and pull out and use it if you need to. It's just when you conquer here, discard 1 and then draw 1. This really helps you a lot because let's say you want to discard a spell. There is Fizz in this deck, so you can play Fizz, and when you play him, it also gives your opponent a hard time. Let's say they don't want to move into this battlefield and they're forced to, then they're going to have to discard 1 and draw 1. And not a lot of units that you're playing against, or not a lot of opponents you're going to be playing against are going to be using a legend that can pull stuff out of the discard pile. And then we're using Forbidding Waste. This is probably going to be your best one-on-one battlefield to go basically make people struggle with. Because the thing is, when the people are defending alone, it says it has -2. Now, the thing is, the person I would say it works, but it doesn't work. Going up against Master Yi. So when he defends there, yes, he'll lose his +2 buff because this is also applying -2 to him, but it's just going to bring him back to his regular might if he didn't have anything attached to him in the first place. This also, what this could do is when you are moving into this battlefield, if you are playing against people who have ambush units that can get to the battlefield like Rengar, let's say you're moving into the battlefield and he actually tries to jump in and ambush you there, he's going to get the -2 because of the surprise defense status, so he's actually going to get the -2, so you'll be fine right there. So this does counter Rengar's, or at least makes them struggle a little bit there, so that's pretty cool. And then we are running 6 Body Runes, and we're also going to be running 6 Chaos Runes. It's going to be an even split. You're not going to be using too much purple. You're not going to be using too much orange either. I would say probably just Punch first. That's like the only difference, but you're going to be picking and choosing when to use Punch first, and I would not advise you just keep Punch first and Punch firsting right after the other unless you have to. Now for our spells, we're going to be using Sack Deck. We have 3 of them in the deck. It's going to help you just look through your hand if you need to find certain cards that are just not in your hand right then and there. It also really helps you too, because like I said, you have Fizz in the deck, so if you do choose to use it, you can just use it again if you need to. And then we're running 3 Grim Resolve. This is going to give yourself +3 this turn, and when you win also combat from the spell right here, you also gain 2 XP, which is just going to be helping you. The thing is, one thing with Kha'Zix is that your whole point of XP is you store and then you just spend it. Versus where Master E, from a lot of Master E's, I've just been seeing them store it because you want them to get to a higher level and everything, because it's actually the opposite. He doesn't really have a level up kind of mechanic. It's more of just like the cards that we're playing against or whatever cards in here don't have a level up mechanic. It's more of just they get stronger from the legend ability, pulling them back and buffing them. So that's culture right there. Then running 3 Starcross. This is just for removal. It returns a friendly unit and an enemy unit to their owner's hands. So you want to get rid of something that is a problem. For example, let's say even an Elder Dragon. Before his ability even goes off, you could just play Starcross and it takes him out of there before he even gets played. So you can play that as a reaction. And then we also have 3 Void Assaults. This spell is amazing. If you haven't used it, you'll see in a second. If you choose to play him as well, you'll see the potential with this thing. So what it does, it says move a friendly unit, then move an enemy unit. It's basically like a charm. It just, I'm saying, a double charm. You get to move yourself and you get to move an enemy unit. Now the thing is, it does not clarify at all, or it doesn't even say about move it to a battlefield or to a base. You can move them anywhere on the board if you feel like it. So if you want to move them off the battlefield and then move yourself to that battlefield, you so can do. Or a little play that you can do with Void Assault is use Forbidding Waste. The reason why, because if you notice here, it says if they move to a battlefield you don't control, you're the attacker. So you can be in base, push them, pull them to Forbidding Waste. They'll get the -2, and let's say if it was Kha'Zix that you're using, your Mutating Horror, then he'll get the +2 and the 2 XP. It's great value right there. That's why I would say like, that battlefield is probably going to be one of your most lethal ones going up against a lot of opponents. And then we're going to be using 2 Sabotage, just as choose an opponent and they reveal their hand and choose a non-unit card from it and recycle that card. Sabotage is very strong, especially if you just want to know a bunch of more intel, get more information. Sometimes I use Sabotage, even if they don't have a spell in their hand. It's just good to know like, there may be a unit that stops me right there. There's many moments where I'll check and I'm like, wow, I'm just going to pull back right now, because if I didn't know about that, I would have lost my Kha'Zix and just died. And then running 2 Punch First, it gives a unit +5 this turn. Very strong card. It can definitely turn the tables on a unit that you're definitely going up against. If they're not prepared for it, it cannot be defied. It cannot be not so fast because it's not choosing an enemy unit. However, it can be abandoned. So I would just say be careful with that. It can be reposted, so be careful with that. So just watch out for all those things. Even Lily, I think it was Lilia's Lullaby. I think it's Lilting Lullaby. That's the spell that was called, where basically it's Lilia's signature spell. Those kind of spells right there, those examples can counter even Hard Bargain that's right now in my deck right here. Now, we do have Rebuke. We're using 1. Reason being is because, well, I don't want to put 2. It's going to be a little too expensive, let's be honest. You already have removal, which is Starcrossed, and it's better to have Starcrossed, I feel, especially to reaction speed, that's 1. And you have units that ambush. You can move at faster speeds. With this deck, you're going to be very quick, especially with the Rengar that you're going to be having. And they're going to be running 1 Hard Bargain. It's going to counter a spell unless its controller pays 2. It does have a repeat cost, and it does come at reaction speed. So what you can definitely do is, like, say they're playing even a Singularity or a big card, right? Or let's say even Rebuke right here. You can repeat it, and let's say you know for a fact they're not going to be able to counter this. Great. Sometimes they'll be able to pay the 2. They'll pay that 2 and they'll pay another 2 and slow them down because maybe they want to get rid of you and play a unit, or it just completely counters the whole thing and stops them. Just, I would say be careful with Hard Bargain, because sometimes people will just be like, I'll let you Hard Bargain it, cool, and then they'll swing back around with another play and just come right back.
And then for our units, we're going to be using 3 Traveling Merchants. This is really more just only discard and just draw 1, but when you're discarding, it helps you because you are going to be playing Fizz in this deck, so you can just pull out spells when you need to from the discard pile, while your opponent are not going to be able to do that unless they're playing the same one as you, or they're playing like probably Diana. Examples kind of like that, or probably even Annie. And then we have Irresistible Faefolk. When I move to a battlefield, you may move an enemy unit to that battlefield. It's a very strong card, a very nice 2-drop, especially in the beginning, because when you move to a battlefield, like for example Forbidding Waste, it's going to apply the contested status effect, because what's happening is you don't control the battlefield, neither does the opponent. So when you pull them, they're going to get the -2 because they're going to be the designated defender and you're going to be the designated attacker. And then we have Demacian Diplomat. When you play me, gain 1 XP. It's really just to help gain XP in the very beginning, just in case you're struggling to get some. So it's really just simple right there for him. And then we're using Lucian Merciless. We're not going to be using the Weapon Master a lot on him. We're also going to be using his first ability, which is the first time I conquer each turn, you ready me. He's also a 3 energy, 3 might, simple. You just want to bounce him back and forth. Also saves you on spending your XP for another unit that may need it. So it just saves you the time and also just saves your units and helps you rank on points while you're playing the game. And then running 3 Fizz Tricksters. I was saying just how the Traveling Merchant was. As you're filling up the pile, Fizz has the ability to pull out spells that are, 3 energy or less. So basically every spell that we have in this deck is definitely 3 energy or less. So you have nothing to worry about that. Very strong. There's been moments where I played Starcross and actually played Starcross from out the bit, bounced him, and you can just keep just doing things. It's a very strong card, and he's very annoying, especially for some units that I played against on Legends. Especially, I feel bad for Irelia. I feel bad for, let's say, Ornn. Ornns do not love it when you're doing that to them over and over again, even though they have that deflect. But if it actually goes off successful, pisses them off. And then we got Rengar, Trophy Hunter, very strong unit, 5 energy, 1 orange power, and 6 might. He has ambush, but the thing is what's so great about it is he can be played to a battlefield where there are enemy units, even if you don't have units there. One thing I have to say is be careful when you are playing Rengar is that when you play into a battlefield where a unit or an enemy unit is actually attempting to take a battlefield, and let's say it's a Vex, his ability will go on first, and then her ability is going to go on second, and remember resolves backwards. So then Vex ability will go off, will actually activate first, and then he'll get stunned. So just keep that in mind, just be careful with that. And then we're going to be using Akshan Mischievous, running 2 in the main deck. We do have 1 in the sideboard. Like I said, you're going to mostly just be taking a lot of gears. It's going to be so effective against a lot of gear-based decks. Dazzling Roar, Irelia, Fiora, Ornn, you name it. And the thing is that I don't even have to worry about Ornn because you're not even paying the deflect cost of him because you're not targeting him, you're targeting the gear that's on him. Unless there's a gear that has deflect on it, of course. And then we have Vex Apathetic, very great unit, 4 energy and 4 might. She has deflect, and when an opponent plays that unit while I'm at a battlefield, you stun it. They cannot move this turn. Now, usually when you stun a unit, they can still move that turn. So ambush units and accelerated units can still do their thing. They can still move around. It's just that when it comes to her, though, they can't move this turn. That's just her own ability as well. So not only they cannot do combat damage, they just can't move at all. This definitely counters, especially I would say, give you an example for Irelia. Let's say you're at a battlefield and they play Tide Turner to move Irelia and choose her to switch places. That can't happen because Tide Turner can't move. It doesn't matter. Even if you try to play, let's say Irelia, she got stunned, you try to use her other one, that's not going to work because she can't move because of Vex Apathetic. Just keep that in mind when you're playing against, legends like that. Give you some little knowledge there. And then for a side, we're running 3 Gust. This is just to remove a lot of 2-drops or small units are 3 or less. This helps a lot against the Pike, the red one in particular. I even think the purple Pike. Examples like that, or you can even bounce back certain units that you want to protect. Say your Fizz. Let's say your Fizz is at a battlefield. You want to use him again. You still haven't got. You want to use more value out of him. You can pull him back easily with the Gust. And running 2 more Kha'Zix Mutating Hordes in the sideboard in case we want to be a little more aggressive. And then running 1 more Akshan Mischievous once again, just if we want to apply more gear removal or taking gears or just hurting anyone who likes to play heavy gear. 1 last right. Honestly, I've been really using this too much, but it does come in handy when you are losing a unit. So whoever you want to attach it to, they at the same time they get stronger. While when you conquer or hold, you can just pull back units. Only thing, just keep in mind you have to pay 1 purple and recycle 2 cards from your trash. So just keep that in mind. Just be very decisive and aware of when you're equipping it and how you're equipping it. And also make sure you're choosing the right cards. anyways, so that's it for the Last Rites. If you enjoy this video and you like the legend itself, I'm going to be putting it down into the description of the whole deck so you can try it out for yourself, see if it's your kind of playstyle. If not, I do have another Kha'Zix video, a lot more movement based, especially when you have an accelerated Mr. Root and all that stuff. But without further ado, let's get into the game. While a unit is defending alone, it has -2. This is going to be nice. Oh snap, we got a Jinx. I love Jinx. Is this the old one though? I never seen. This is it's gonna be new to me because I don't really know too much about Jinx anymore. I don't know what they're running now these days. Travel. It doesn't really seem that different, so it's like pretty good. Play down a Lucian, and we're gonna just pass turn from there, guys. I might run another game then. Like, no disrespect to the player, just Jinxes. Let's see if it gives me a run for my money. I discard and draw 1. One thing I gotta be careful about, I don't know if she's running her signature spell in this. I love this. I wonder if there's definitely gonna be another Jinx legend that's gonna show up. This could go into here. See if anything happens. Alright, that's 1. Alright, so he doesn't have... He might have assault kind of things. So what we are going to be doing is... We'll just stay here. Also, he's readied up. We also want to combat. Oh, shoot. Yeah, sorry. Discard the... Sorry. Starcross it away. Yeah, Starcross this. Draw 1. Yep. There you go. I just discard 1, drew 1. Like, as I said, like, hopefully it doesn't start tripping over it. Yep. Also, this is just 1. Got that. Oh, so the next one we'll just play Rengar there. He'll go down to 2. Actually, yeah, he'll go down to 0. This is where I was like, ooh. Never mind, he won't speak. 6, 7, and 8. This is where, so we're going to be going to 2. We can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can get over this right now. And then we can also play this. And then he'll go to 8. We beat that. We also gain 2 XP because we won, and we also gain another XP because we won that combat as well. Go to 3. We will then pull back our Rengar. And we'll also pull back our Lucian. And then we'll pass turn from right there. Now, we may take... Let's see, because I don't really know too many other... Oh, he's going to bring them back. That's pretty cool. I don't know too many spells that she has that can hit you in base. All I know is Super Mega Death Rocket. I'm pretty sure you also got that one red spell where it reflects, like, you hit one and then it hits someone else. I forgot what it was called. But since he just passed it, I think that we're gonna go into... I don't want to really discard anything. So into here. Get out of there. Move back. Also, I just realized it didn't even matter what I was gonna do because I could do this. And yeah, so then just discard, draw 1, with this. These guys. And they don't really do anything, but I kind of don't want to do that. So we are just going to... Let's see. We'll pull back. We're gonna pull back. Spin our 2. Pull back. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We are gonna develop our Kha'Zix, and I think pretty smart decision. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it there. I wanted to kind of put down the Traveling Merchant, but maybe having 4 runes up is smarter, especially... Yeah. Why are you using Cleave? Okay, he must be assuming something, giving Cleave to him. Okay. There has to be a reason why he put Cleave on his guy. Yep. Unless you want to put it back into the... Oh, I think maybe he recycled the Cleave back in. I don't know. Bring back a unit. Oh, you're gonna use Bryn here. Smart. Nope, you're gonna use Rasa. That's smart, that's smart. Invert timelines. It's a good thing that I did what I did. Yep, you got that. This all goes into the... I just discard. All to discard. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, this is nice. This is perfect. Move into here. We gain 2 XP, and we also go to 6. We'll go to 6 points there. And I'm thinking that we can probably use our Void Assault, right? Void Assault, I kind of want to deal with... He's going to be way bigger, so 1, 2, 2 over there. He's going to get targeted. -2, he'll go up to 8. That's another... Also, sorry, there's 3 because we won the combat. Another 2 because of this, and we also just won another combat, so that's 7. Like that, and GG. Alright, so we are going to do one more game, because like I said, it was fun, but I want to also get a legend that's a little bit more more a problem for Kha'Zix, so we're gonna find probably an Aurelia, even a Pike works. Okay, so we're gonna be playing against a Vex in this one, and once again, okay, so our second game is that cool. We're gonna go up against a Vex. We are definitely gonna be taking this one if we can find a 2-drop, which we kind of really need one. So, but actually, I'm gonna leave those two and then pass this. Yep, perfect. This is great with me. I'm happy with this. Gonna be definitely dropping down the Diplomat, and then sorry, get our XP tracker, and we'll get our 1 XP right there. So one thing I'm gonna try and target here is make sure that she does not get to this battlefield and use it. We cannot allow her to do so. Also, let's do this. Wow. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're gonna drop a Kha'Zix here. Reason being is because we're gonna get stunned anyways, and I don't want this to happen. I want a guaranteed kill if we can. He's playing a lot of greens, I'm noticing, but also hopefully there's no Vile Maul in his deck, and even if there is right now, we have the one turn to kind of breathe. That makes sense. He's not gonna win that combat. If we get the draw and keep drawing, that's one thing with Vex is I feel like she struggles with is she can't really let's say it's understandable. That's fine. Okay, it's fine. We're gonna go to 4. We'll also be able to draw another one from this. Kind of want to do this, so we're gonna look into our. I don't want to get too big. That's gonna be the problem. Do this. 1, 2, and 3. Go over here. -2. He goes to 1. It's over. We win that combat. We get another XP. And we'll actually just spend the 2 XP to pull him back. I think that's a smart decision. Reason being is because like I said, we do not want him to get Grove of the God Willow. He'll start drawing 3 every single time he goes back to him. Go here. Let's see it. He's thinking. Alright, cool. Go to 3. Like for example, drop this now, and we can just pass if he wants. So this Irresistible Faefolk, move in, get them out. If we can find our whatchamacallit, Vex. Absolutely, let's go. We're gonna be going to 5. We also draw another one from and wow, 1, 2, 3, and 4 to kind of prevent just anything from getting to us. I will say bring him over here. And then this will jump up to 6. We'll gain this. That's completely fine with me. However, I'm going to use punch first on my guy right here. I will kill, so I got 8, 9, 10, 11. And actually, wait. Yeah, okay, cool. Cool. That's nice. This little punch first right there. So I won the combat as well. That goes to 3. And what we can do here is this. Actually, watch this. So 1, 2. Use the Void Assault. 1, 2. Over here. And then I'll also get the Deflect. You go over there. For me. Nice. Jump again, get another 2 XP, and dead. And then she loses that, which great. We're gonna look into our hand here. We're then gonna look at see if we can find a Fizz. We're gonna use Rebuke. Rebuke, are only at bottom. Pull this guy back, and then also pull her back, and then I will pass my turn. I think the smartest decision that we can pretty honestly just do is just wait. One thing is that I may be like I said, I'm 3 points ahead. Now I'm about to be 2 points ahead. I mean, yeah, 2 points ahead, but doesn't mean I should just allow it. So hopefully he's gonna decide to play a unit. He's gonna have to. The thing is that he can't play. He's gonna have to charm me now. Oh no, just hit it. Interesting. I would still say because the thing is, sorry, he's only a 4. This is what I'm gonna do first. Go into stack deck. See what I can find. This. Oh well. 2-hand all randomly. But the worst thing is that's gonna happen is this. So I jump up to 6 and I get another 2 XP. Let's see what happens. Plays Discipline. Okay, cool. Goes up to 6. You're gonna do another Discipline. One thing that I am trying to get rid of. This. Now, please don't be a not so fast. If it is, it's over. Alright, won that. It's great. Still die. I would say 6, and then move the Vex into here. Go to 7, and we pass. Oh, he just left in GG. GG. Alright. Okay, so played against a Jinx. That was pretty fun. I was honestly happy to see a Jinx, and then we saw a Vex as well. So that's another thing going up against Vex. That is a great example of who I can actually give you to go up against Kha'Zix, because it literally takes out one of his mechanics if she can establish herself. The thing is, let's say we did go second, we did have a way to get her off the battlefield, which was we had our Void Assaults, which I'm pretty sure we had. Yep, 2 of them. But yeah, so this is gonna be probably gonna try Rengar next, or we'll see what other legend we want to try next. So stay tuned. We try to post faster. Anyways, peace out, guys. Have a great day.